Ramchal goes over in Path of the Just what it means exactly to love God with all our heart, with all our soul, and all our monetary possessions. Surely someone who truly loves his Creator will never forego the eternal service for any reason whatsoever, unless there are circumstances that are beyond his control, and he will need neither encouragement nor inducement to serve him. Rather, his heart will transport him and propel him in that direction, unless there are major restraints to prevent this. This is how we can know that anytime Rabbi Reuven doesn't give regularly at least 2 or 3 shiurim, 2 or 3 lectures a week, there's something going on, and we all need to do more to dedicate all our merit that we possibly have, so Hashem will have mercy on him and heal him and strengthen him and protect him, unless there are major restraints that prevent this. This is the coveted virtue that the saintly Chassidim Harishonim were privileged to acquire, as David HaMelech, King David, may peace be upon him, said in Psalms 42 verses 2 and 3, as a deer cries longingly for the brooks of water, so too my soul yearns for you, O eternal. My soul thirsts for the eternal, the living God. The living God, Rabbatai. When will I merit to come? And it says in Psalms 84 verse 3, my soul yearns longingly for the courtyards of the eternal. Psalm 63 verse 2, my soul thirsts for you, my flesh pines for you. All of this derives from the intense pining for the blessed one, similar to what the prophet has said in Isaiah 26 verse 8. The craving of the soul was for your name and your remembrance. And it says in Isaiah 26 verse 9, my soul yearns for you at night. As long as my spirit is within me, I will seek you out. King David himself said in Psalms 63 verse 7, I remember you while upon my couch. In night watches I will meditate upon you. He described the pleasure and delight that he experienced when uttering and recounting the praise of the eternal. May his name be blessed. And he said in Psalms 119 verse 47, I will delight in your mitzvot, which I love. And Psalms 119 verse 24, indeed your testimonies are my delight. But certainly this love must not be conditional upon anything, such as loving the Creator, blessed be, because he is good and grants wealth and success. Rather, this must be like the instinctual love of a son for his father, whereby his nature forces him and compels him to feel this way, as it says in Deuteronomy 32 verse 6. Is he not your father who acquired you? The test of this type of love comes in times of distress and suffering. Our sages of blessed memory have said, you shall love the eternal your God with your whole heart and with your entire being, Deuteronomy 6 verse 5, even if he takes your life, and with all your might, means with all your monetary possessions. With everything, we are to love God. However, in order that suffering and distress should not give rise to difficulties and obstacles that would hinder one's love of the eternal, a person must give himself 2 replies. The first one applies to all people equally, while the other applies to sages who are of profound wisdom. The first reply is that everything that proceeds from heaven is for the good. This means that even the kind of suffering and distresses that appear injurious to a person are in fact truly good, as in the case of a doctor who cuts away the flesh or amputates an infected limb in order to heal the rest of the body and prevent the patient's death, even though the act seems cruel. In reality, this is an act of compassion that is concerned with the ultimate good of the patient, and the patient will not cease to be devoted to the doctor because of what occurred. On the contrary, he will be even more devoted to him. And likewise, when someone envisions that everything that the Holy One, blessed be, has done to him is for his good, whether this relates to the person or to his financial situation, even though he may not be able to perceive or understand how this is so, yet nonetheless it is so. His love for the eternal will never be weakened by distress or by suffering of any sort. On the contrary, it will be intensified and it will steadily increase within him. Steadily increase no matter what suffering comes upon us. However, those of true wisdom have no need even for this rationale, for they are not concerned with themselves at all. Rather, all their prayers are aimed at enhancing the honor of his name. Blessed be he, and pleasing him. Therefore, if the impediments in their way become more troublesome than, and they need even greater strength to remove these impediments, their hearts will grow stronger as they will rejoice in revealing the power of their faith, just like a general famed for his courage, who always chooses for himself the hardest of battles, so that the victory would serve the purpose of revealing his might. This is something that those who are devoted to one another are accustomed to, that when given the opportunity, one will rejoice in his ability to reveal the extent of his intense love for the other. We will now explain the three divisions of love of the eternal that I mentioned previously: cleaving to the eternal, joy, and zealousness. Here the Ramchal gives us a severe reality check on what it means to love anything. Are we devoted? Are we willing to suffer and continue struggling through to help this person that we love? Or are we going to, God forbid, give up when everything gets even the slightest bit inconvenient? Because if we're doing real good, for surely the Yetzirah, the evil inclination, the Satan, the Malach HaMavet, is going to constantly come and try to attack us and ruin everything and drive us absolutely insane. But Baruch Hashem, God in his infinite mercy ties them up at certain times after we fight and struggle enough. And that is the time to push forward as much and as fast and as far as we possibly can. Yishtabach Shemolad. Ho, everyone who is thirsty, go to the water. Book of Isaiah chapter 55. Seek Hashem when he can be found. Call upon him when he is near. Let the wicked one forsake his way and the iniquitous man his thoughts. Let him return to Hashem, and he will show him mercy. To our God, for he is abundantly forgiving. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and your ways are not my ways, says the word of Hashem. The sages teach us that this means many different things. One is that God is not human beings who hold grudges and who are not willing to forgive. As soon as we contemplate teshuvah and take things seriously, God instantly welcomes us back and gives us all the help we could possibly need, especially if we help other people, which is our obligation. We have to help other people see the truth.